there other ways, brother? Okay, this is my last question for you. Are there other ways that you can increase the feelings of Moldavite? Because sometimes, you know, I heard stories where people got the Moldavite, they got the black tektite, they got the Libyan desert glass hanging, they got the citrine hanging, and then they got the phenocite, they got everything. You know what I'm talking about, brother? But then they don't feel it. So what is your suggestion then?
Good afternoon, folks, and welcome back to the channel. You are watching High Power, not yesterday, not tomorrow, but right now. Thanks so much for joining us. We are having another episode of answering your Moldavite / Ormus questions.
So Greg, what is Moldavite?
Very good question, mate. I'm so glad you asked me. If you've never heard of Moldavite before, Moldavite is a tektite, okay? It was a big asteroid or meteorite that crashed here almost 15 million years ago. So basically crashed here in the Czech Republic, made these little tiny green lovely pieces of glass that look like they came from space. They look like just look at that beauty. And you can put it in your hand and it has vibrations, a very high vibration. So most of us humans, we are stuck in a low vibration, we are stuck in a low frequency, but Moldavite, that will help raise your vibrations, open up those blocked chakras from childhood, those things that you've held back in your subconscious, and it'll make all your chakras spin. So that way you'll be like rolling with those glasses and you'll be taking names, taking numbers, raising the people's vibrations around you. Does that make sense, mate?
Oh yeah, mate. that makes sense. That's cool. That's cool. Okay. I got another question for you. What is Ormus?
That is a very good question too. So Ormus, or monatomic gold, is this beautiful elixir. This one is by Now Alchemy. I have not reviewed this one. If you have not seen my Ormus, my 7 brands of Ormus, my review on them / monatomic gold, make sure you check that out. But one that's not included on that is Elysium. So this is by a company called Now Alchemy. And what it actually has is a little bit of Shilajit. Ormus is going to connect your synapses. So basically, gold is the fastest conductor. So if you're using a product with gold in it, if you can consume gold, your body is going to respond a lot faster. So, you know, if you have steel, electricity running through steel, there's going to be friction, but with gold, there is no friction. So there's lots of esoteric information on the YouTube about this, so if you want to check it out further, I highly suggest it. But it opens up your third eye, engages your energy. Some people have talked about it curing lots of different scars and scrapes, growing their pieces of teeth back. I have a personal experience with that. I started growing a little piece of my back molar back in, and it kind of got a little annoying because it was like a baby tooth growing in, but I was still amazed that it was growing back. I heard rumors of that, and it continues to grow today. So Ormus, I would probably suggest that just for your everyday movement through this matrix reality, because it helps you see the colors. In the colors, that's the other dimension that we really are in. Remember, we only see about 1% of what's actually out there, so with these 2 eyes. So you want to close those eyes more if you can. Does that answer your question?
Oh yeah, mate. I'll like that. yeah. I'm gonna get some of that too. So my next question is, can the Ormus and can the Moldavite, you know, the space rock, can they be combined together?
Good question, mate. That is exactly what I'll do. So what you want to do is stop taking 5 to 10 drops a day, and you want to take a piece of Moldavite, keep it on you, keep one around your neck, and you want to make sure you meditate with it on your third eye. You want to make sure that you're in a quiet place. Find a meditation way. Meditation could be anything. It really can be sitting, it can be laying down, it could be doing sports, but you want to find your zone, and preferably somewhere where you can close your outer eye, so you can open up this eye and explore yourself, your dimensions. And there's two types of meditation. You could either meditate by just simply letting what comes to your mind and let it teach you what it wants to see and be an observer. Or you can do a concentrated manifesting meditation where you're thinking about exactly what it is you want to happen in this reality right now, and you're coming from a place of gratitude, and you expand that energy into the atmosphere because you're aware of your own energy, you're spinning your chakras, and nothing can stop this crystal because it's the strongest crystal out there. So if you can make this crystal give out your power, then nothing's going to stop you, especially if you have Moldavite and you have some Ormus. Hope that answers your question.
Brother, you are blowing me away. This is like, I don't know, it's like, I never heard of it before. Okay, I've got some more questions. How do you charge Moldavite? Because I heard, sometimes people don't feel it right away, and I want to make sure that, when I get my Moldavite, that I'm feeling those high vibrations, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I know exactly what you're saying, brother. So, what you want to do is take it out into the sun. So now Moldavite, it carries the highest vibration. Same with phenocite out of crystals, carries the highest vibration. So Moldavite, you can take it out in the sun, but it's already going to have this high vibration, okay? There's not going to be something that's going to stop you from holding an authentic piece of Moldavite. Because you got to be careful, there are a lot of fakes out there, especially in the last 6 months. So you have to be careful, get yourself an authentic piece. And then you want to just meditate with it, and you want to rock with it. And it's not really a charging thing. You can charge it to tell the difference between whether something's real or fake, because you will feel the heat and the sensation. It will waken the Moldavite up to its highest peak, but really these stones, they hold that power, that vibration. So if you're carrying it on you, it's going to raise your vibration regardless. But I have found that putting it out in the sun is going to charge it right up to make you feel it more instantaneously. That's how I felt it, and was able to tell the difference between reals and fakes from the beginning. Also, you can charge it under the full moon. That's also a good one. Also, other crystals work by, you can either bury it under a full moon, or you can keep it out by your windowsill during a full moon. So those things should help.
This is so groovy, brother. I am enjoying this, mate. So I've got a couple of questions more. I hope you don't mind. You don't mind, do you?
I love doing this. So if you've got more questions, ask right away, brother.
Oh, you got the best attitude, man. I love it. I love it. Okay, so I heard that there was like some kind of Moldavite shortage. So am I in worries of not getting a piece?
Good question, brother. So there is a Moldavite shortage. There's always kind of been a Moldavite shortage. However, during this last year, due to the pandemic, there's very limited mining in the Czech Republic. So there's almost no major mining in the Czech Republic, and what's going on now is just small deposits. And what you're seeing a lot of is there are some illegal I've read some articles and talked with some miners. There are some illegal mining going on right now, and basically all of the land is designated to be dug a certain depth, and once you get down to a certain depth, that Moldavite gets cut off. You have to move to a different section. So what these Moldavite illegal miners are doing, now that there's limited major mining, almost no major mining, they're sneaking in, going into the deposits and digging deeper into the ground, into the reserves. So you're seeing a lot of those kind of pieces, and that's why there's lots of expensive pieces. And then you're seeing a lot and lots of fakes, more now than ever. They're able to make them even better. And you have to be careful, really careful. When I first started, this was over a year ago, there were lots of fakes. I ended up paying $800, got some fakes, got some real ones. So you really have to be careful, do your research. I try to put on the site, HighPowerNOW, I try to put bottom line, there's, stuff on there for $45, $50, $60. So, you know, if you're just looking for something that you're going to feel the vibration, go with that. But if you're looking for something that really calls to you, it goes up in price. So really just get one that calls out to you. But in terms of the shortage, there is a shortage. The miners say that they don't know when it's going to open back up, so the prices are expected to rise. So get yourself some Moldavite now while it's on the cheaper end. It has gone up about 4 to 5 times just in the last few months. So get yourself some pieces. They're investment pieces. They'll be worth a lot more. People will try to get their hands on some space rocks, because think about it, you know, 10 years from now, you cannot have another meteorite that crashes here in that perfect way, reversing the Earth's poles and forming this beautiful high energy glass. So get yourself it now.
That's groovy stuff right there. That's groovy stuff. I'm gonna get myself some Moldavite. Oh, I'm excited. Okay, this is my last question for you. Are there other ways that you can increase the feelings of Moldavite? Because sometimes, you know, I heard stories where people got the Moldavite, they got the black tektite, they got the Libyan desert glass hanging, they got the citrine hanging, and then they got the phenocite, they got everything. You know what I'm talking about, brother? But then they don't feel it. So what is your suggestion then?
That is a good question, brother. So I want to answer this question as, first, you want to make sure you go and get yourself a real authentic piece. Like I was saying before in the last question, there's lots of fakes out there. So, you know, there is the placebo effect that you may think that you feel it at one point and you don't at the next. But, you know, Moldavite, you cannot fake that feeling, that warm sensation that opens you up, that gives you access to your past memories, to your past lives, that connects you in such a way to the oneness frequency. It's undeniable, and you really have to have an authentic piece, and it will do its job. So what else? You can add, like I said, the Ormus to it. That's going to increase it. I would not have found Moldavite if it was not for finding Ormus first, because I was listening to some channel, and I was listening to it was talking about Ormus. I was listening to Billy Carson. Check out his channel, Forbidden Knowledge. He's one of the smartest people on the face of this planet that we have today. He's an enlightened brother. He talks about the land of Kemet, Atlantis, both the Atlantean, the hidden language, and the hidden secrets that are right here in front of our faces. So check him out. He is what led me to the Ormus, and then led me to Moldavite shortly after. So you could also add some phenocite, but I would take your time before buying all these different things. What you want is just to let the energies lead you to each other. So, you know, the Ormus, that led me to Moldavite, the Moldavite led me to phenocite, and I was hesitant each time I tried the next thing. I was like, oh my goodness, you know, I thought Ormus, that was the end all, the holy grail, which it is in its own way. And then I thought Moldavite, that was it, that was the holy grail, and it is, but in its own way. And then there's phenocite, and then it goes on and on. So, you know, spend time with each one. With Moldavite, if you're not feeling it, it could be that you don't have an authentic piece, but if you're certain that it is authentic, I would say make sure you charge it. If you've charged it, make sure you play high frequency music, and make sure you get rid of your other crystals, or don't get rid of them, but put them aside, and then just work with this. Keep it on you for a week at least, and keep it in your hands. Pay attention to whether you're feeling a pulsing, any kind of sickness from head to toes. Take an inventory of yourself. But if you wear lots and lots of crystals, it's going to be difficult, and it may be putting you in an off balance kind of energy where you're not ready for all of those different directions, or you're not really sure, you know, where all those crystals are taking you. So take it one by one, let one lead you to the next, and I promise you, you'll feel something if you have the authentic pieces. So thanks so much for joining us, everyone. We're going to have another Moldavite free give up way. So stay tuned. Thanks for raising your vibrations. Thanks for hitting the subscribe button. Thanks for hitting the like button. Thanks for asking more questions. And thanks for opening your eyes and raising everyone's vibrations. It's high power, not yesterday, not tomorrow, but right now.
It's groovy, baby.